Greetings, my fellow Republicans. Give a huge cheer for a democratic republic. I can't hear you. King Charles can't hear you. That's more like it. You know, we're here today to demand a democratically elected head of state, chosen by the people, accountable to the people, and replaceable by the people. That's a fundamental democratic principle. We don't want an executive president like they have in France or the United States. We want a purely low-cost ceremonial president like they have in Ireland and like they have in Germany, which would cost about 1/20th of the current cost of our monarchical head of state. We want a president who commands public consent, who has got the support of the British people, expressed in a free democratic vote. It's really easy. It's not hard. It's simple. Why can't we have it? What we're saying is we want a continuation and an expansion of democracy. We want to ensure that we end the monarchical system, the single greatest hangover from the Ancien regime of once royal dictatorship and the divine right of kings to rule. That's what the monarchy has historically been all about. And we say, in a modern 21st century Britain, it is time for change. Now, of course, supporters of the royals will say the monarchy has changed. And it has. It's not the absolute power that it once had. But even today, the royals, the monarch, has huge, secretive, reserve powers. We've recently learned about king's consent, an arcane legislation that allows the monarch to vet and even veto legislation that he disagrees with. And this has been used. It's been used to grant the royals exemption from legislation concerning the environment, housing, and tenants' rights. That is not compatible with the kind of society that Britain should be in the 21st century. We say that monarchy defies the democratic principle that offices of state should be based on public consent and merit, not on inherited privilege. The monarchy represents elitism, privilege, and deference. All the bad things of the past are symbolized by the monarchy. It is the high point of the divisive and oppressive class system. The royals have between them 23 palaces and royal residences. 23. About 700 servants. And a combined personal wealth of around £2 billion. £2 billion. Despite this fabulous, extreme private wealth, the monarchy requires us to foot its bills. It costs the taxpayer a staggering £350 million a year. £350 million a year at a time of a cost of living crisis when so many people are struggling to pay their food bills and to heat their homes. King Charles alone personally inherited about £1.8 billion from his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth. But he paid not a penny in inheritance tax. He has the wealth. He has the wealth, he could afford it, but he's not paying inheritance tax. And we are not allowed to know if or how much income tax the king pays. This is all hidden in secretive memorandums, confidential exchanges between the palace, the government, and the exchequer. This is a continuation of the secretive royal traditions of centuries past, where the royals were above and beyond the law, where they didn't have to account for what they did, where they didn't have to answer to the public. It still exists today. So we want a democratic republic. What do we want? A democratic republic. What do we want? What do we want? I can't hear you. What? Of course we do. And it is our right in a democracy to ask for that. Democracy and the public accountability of state officials, including the monarchy, is unstoppable, irrefutable, and we will win. So thanks to all of you for being here today to say that we want a democratic head of state, that we want the principle of democracy to apply to every aspect of British life, including our head of state. And I'm confident that together we will win. We will make monarchy history. Thank you.